Chukma, Sohol Shafat Shelby. Hi, my name is Shelby, and I'd like to welcome you back to In the Family Farms. Today, we're going to finally get some seeds in the ground. There's finally no more threat of frost or anything like that, so we're going to be able to finally start planting today. And we're back here at the mounds. We're going to do the corn and the squash for the Three Sisters mounds. I'm planting 3 separate varieties of corn, so I'm actually going to do the first 2 rows today, and then I'll wait about 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'll do the next set, and then 2 or 3 more weeks and another set. That way it's staggered out. That way it reduces the chance of cross-pollination between the different corn varieties. And so let's get started. We're here at the mound. It's been a little bit, so we've just got to kind of break everything back up. And just like we did before, we're just going to kind of go around in a circle. Loosen all of that dirt up. We'll make sure that we don't have any weeds or anything in our way. We'll just kind of build this mound a little bit here. Break up any clumps that are in it. And then we're going to tap the top. And today, in these first mounds that we're doing, we're planting Chickasaw Red. Mom, can you come in on the seeds? My mom's recording for me today. Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 5 seeds down, and I'm gonna put it in the shape of like dice, okay? And Mom, can you come in on the mound a little bit?
So is that because you're gambling?
We're gambling that it's gonna be a good harvest. Okay, so I have it like that, and so then I'm just gonna push them down, and you just want the seeds to go down about 1/2 inch. So just about a knuckle. And then we're gonna cover them up. And there we go. We got some rain coming in a couple of days, so we're just gonna let Mother Earth water the seeds and see how they go. Grow strong, my little seeds. Okay, now we're at the next mound. If you noticed on the last one, we only planted corn. That's because once the corn gets bigger, we're gonna plant the beans with that one. However, in this garden, I'm not planting all 3 sisters in one mound like the way you see most of the Three Sisters mounds. And the reason for that is because the squash, it sometimes needs a little bit more nutrients, and so if you have a bigger mound, you might be able to have all 3 of them easily. But with this size mound, I'm having the corn and beans together and then the squash separate. And so right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna break up this next mound next to where we just were, and we're gonna plant some Wichita squash. So let's get started on that. Still going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now that we have that dirt all broke up, we're just gonna kind of get down here and break it up some more. Get any of the grass and stuff out of the way. And then we're gonna take our hoe and we're just gonna tap the top of it, kind of like we did before, okay? And this time what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some radish seeds, and we're gonna plant the radishes at the top of the mound. And we're just doing this with the mounds that have the squash in it. And it's because the radishes are supposed to keep squash bugs away. I don't know if it actually works or not. We're gonna see. So about 4 or 5 of them, again, just like in the shape of a dice. Just push them down about a knuckle deep. I got an extra one. Let's go ahead and put it there. Then we're gonna get the squash. And in these first mounds, what I'm planting is I'm planting Chickasaw corn with Wichita squash, because I'm Chickasaw and it's a really cool old variety of corn that I can't wait to grow and see how it does. And then the Wichita squash, because my husband's Wichita, and you see how I'm just taking the seeds and I'm just pushing them into the side of the mound there. And I'm covering it up, and I'm only pushing them in just about a knuckle deep, just about a 1/2 inch. I put it on 3 sides. You could put it on all 4 sides. Here, we'll put one over there too. There you go. Grow strong, my little seeds, and that's how you do the mounds, at least the first part of the mounds. We'll do the beans here in a couple of weeks whenever they're ready, and we'll do some of the other ones, and we've got some other seeds to plant today, so let's see what else we can get into. Okay, so now that we've planted the corn and the squash over in the mounds, we're gonna plant some pole beans. And to do that, we've got some trellises that we've got just put up from just old animal fencing that we had around. And we put, B, can you get up close on this where you can see what we did? We just got metal rebar, we weaved it through and stuck it down, so that way the pole beans can crawl up the trellises. We do it this way because it's better to plant pole beans on a trellis than with your corn, because sometimes the pole beans will pull the corn down. So with the corn, I like to plant bush beans, and I like to have trellises for my pole beans. And so I've got my triangle hoe, and I'm just gonna go around the edge here of where the base of the fence is at. So I'm just gonna do that, and I'm just gonna scratch the surface of it there a little bit. We're just gonna follow that down. All right, B. And then what I do is I just kind of clear away the grass and stuff that's down here. Clear all of that away from where I'm planting. Just kind of break all that up. Get that grass pulled up. We don't want the beans to have any kind of competition. Get that to where it's cleaned up. And I'll go back on the other side and clean it up over there too. So I'll just reach through there and get all of that cleaned up. Don't be scared to grab it with your nails. So I get all that broken up really good. Get that grass and other plants away. I'm going to take my seeds and I'm going to plant them just about 1 inch apart, and this is about 1 inch, so that makes it kind of easy. I'm just going to go about that. I'm going to plant it down just about a knuckle, about 1/2 inch. Cover it and do that down here. I got some other beans planted on that other side, so that's why I'm not really going all that way down there. I'm just doing this right here. All right, make sure that everything's cleared away so those little seeds will have an easy way up. And there we go. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna plant some peanuts today. So to do that, we'll just get in here and see it's actual peanuts. Oh, and you just open that up, and that's the seeds. So we're just gonna place the seeds down, and we just wanna roughen this up again. So we're just gonna gonna plant the peanuts. We're gonna plant them about 1 foot apart and just about 1 inch down. Go. So now we're gonna do that to the whole aisle and we'll be right back. Okay, so today we planted the Chickasaw red corn, the Wichita squash in the mounds, and then we planted some peanuts, and we also planted some pole beans. And let's check out the sunflowers that we planted a couple weeks ago. Let's see. Oh, they're doing good. Look at that. All the way down the line, they're doing awesome. Eventually that'll all be filled with corn and beans and squash, more sunflowers and peanuts and pole beans and tomatoes and peppers and watermelons and okra and potatoes and onions. I can't wait to see how it grows. And I'm so glad that you're here to take this journey with us. Thank you so much for tuning in, and Chapisala Cho till I see you again.